and have already talked about how Ethereum bought Bitcoin in exchange for deposits into ETFs. I believe everyone, whether they own XRP, HBR, or some other cryptocurrency, should keep an eye on how strong Ethereum is becoming. Nick, I keep getting asked why you're so interested in Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are both making a lot of money, simple to get. It will turn into old coins and make us very rich. I also want to talk about how Tom Lee will make us very rich in this movie. There are 6 days in a row where spot Ether ETFs have done better than Bitcoin, making almost $2,045 billion, while Bitcoin only has $287 million, 0 cents. Of course, BlackRock's ETH is the best. It's clear that Ethereum interests big companies. They are, yes. Right now, Ethereum is a much better coin for them to sell than Bitcoin. Since 2021, when it was at its highest point, Bitcoin has lost a lot of value. Ethereum is still stuck on its all-time high from 2021. It wasn't even close to the best year, 2021. It has been trying to beat the all-time high set in 2024. Big money people will love this game to have fun. How can we get people to buy Ethereum if it hasn't even reached its full potential yet? 2021 all-time highs, and start to set their own prices, just like Bitcoin. What do you know? At the moment, Ethereum is getting a lot of attention because it needs to hurry up to catch up to Bitcoin. This will make them a lot of money from fees alone. That's why they care a lot about Ethereum, though. This is also what will bring a huge amount of money to the rest of the space. We're going to talk about that after that. First, let us look at this. A note from Ryan Tom Lee told Sean Adams that he wants to buy 5% of all Ethereum in 1 month. He has 10% left to go. 5% of all Ethereum, which is worth $22 billion, is 0 cents right now and equals about 6 million Ethereum. Michael Saylor has about 2.9% of all the Bitcoins in the world. Even better, Tom Lee wants to buy almost twice as much Ethereum as Saylors are willing to pay. Bitmine Immersion has 560,000 Ethereum right now. Industries, which is also known as Tom Lee's Ethereum Treasury Company. This is Ethereum, which is worth over $2 billion, 0 cents. You may already know that he has been buying Ethereum faster. Ethereum's going through the roof because of this. For the first time in a long time, Ethereum ETFs are doing better than Bitcoin. This is a big step forward for Ethereum. Let's talk about the stages one more time. You remember that all of this makes that demand, right? We're in phase 2 now, having just come out of phase 1. We are now on the side of people who want Ethereum. But if money starts to flow from Ethereum into big caps and other old coins, this will make people pay more attention to those coins. As of now, altcoin ETFs have not been approved. This is where I think the talks about approving ETFs can start up again, since Ethereum is still going crazy. This probably won't happen for another month or two. Tom Lee doesn't seem to be slowing down at all now that we're in phase 2. Liquidity is really taking off. He actually wants to speed up the buying process. Ethereum, he has a plan already. He wants to own 5% of all Ethereum, which is very expensive since we only have about 5% now. Tom Lee has 560,000 Ethereum saved up, so he still needs a little over 5.5 million Ethereum. People will want to buy Ethereum, which will make its value go up. Don't forget about the ETF site though, but there's a video of Tom Lee talking about how they treat Ethereum and why he doesn't like it. He wants to hold more than 5% of the network and have the most Ethereum. This is bullish. A lot of money is being put on Ethereum by Wall Street. Ethereum will play a different role and we will use a different quote. Right now, we own more Ethereum than the Ethereum Foundation does. Take a look. Tom Lee said this in the Cube. Pay close attention. What's behind what needs to catch up? What work is there? Where is the shot? Now is the time to make the saw sharp. I'm okay. I have a chat chief email and table going. No, though. A lot of you need to clean the saw, cut some wood, carry water, and cut some wood. From these old, a lot of tackling and stopping needs to be done. The steps need to be taken for this to go perfectly have been stopped, but we don't have enough time. Please tell me the 3 best ones because we need to fix the plumbing and make things more clear, like what an asset is or what a valuable thing is. It's not clear what these words mean. But I think the most important thing for your viewers to think about is geography. In other places, Ethereum is the same blockchain, but we're going to use different rules and a different quote here. Thanks to stable coins, things are a lot better now. It is very hard to understand. It seems like a big deal to me. Yes, that's why I don't think their job is easy. I will help if I can. I'd also be happy to help with policy if it's possible. We'll have more Ethereum than the Ethereum Foundation today, making us one of the people who hold the most. We need to make sure everything works because we have more than 2 billion Ethereum. A big bet. What's the best thing about this bet for you? Because, well, besides the net income, which is really cool. So good job on that. What makes you glad? Have you thought about what the big picture is? Like as you see this going further, I'm sorry about that. It gives us a lot of new ideas. I think of Wall Street coming to the blockchain when you think about crypto. After that, AI makes the digital world more friendly. For the next 10 years, crypto will be the place where Wall Street and AI meet. That place is very important. That's great. Someone should say on my show, hey, financial energy. I was making a joke about the energy behind Bitcoin in a video and all these other companies. AI is also based on about power. It's the same with crypto energy. We could say that the money piece is the financial energy. And when you think about who has the power to move money across borders, what do you see? And that's great about the world. Here are some chances that know no bounds. Because the US will get stronger. What you just said will really make some people rich and some people poor around the world. There is also a theme of the dollar in this story. How much do you think about the stable coins? Is there going to be a million stable coins? Power will be used, can be one of a kind coins. Our JP Morgan, Chase, and Fidelity have all tried it. It's been a while. Before there were stable coins, there were coins that were stable. What needs to happen? Is it okay to have a lot of safe coins? There is no risk as long as people keep their money in the reserves. I believe these are those. The most important part of the risk is the plan. Yes. I mean, that you most likely don't know in this case. Have you been to Bermuda? Yes. Okay. Do you use Bermudian dollars? That coin is steady. This is because the bank does not promise that rate. A Bermudian dollar is worth $1.00, even though it's not backed by anything. We're pretty much done now. In this case, Circle is more secure than a Bermuda dollar. I don't mean to bother Bermuda, but it is fun to pick on people. This small island is still nice to be on. That's all Circle has to do. What do you think about that IPO? Yes, Jeremy, Laris Grade. Kathy Woods writes the news. She was very smart to do that. Now, what do you have planned? What are your thoughts right now? What's going on? What are you trying to achieve right now? We have a lot of ideas for BitMine, but I can't share them with you because they are private. Fundstrat, on the other hand, has spent a long time and a lot of money in this area. People are calling us to ask what's going on. Plus, we know that the people who handle money are going to change some pipes. What are their chances? Tell me what to do. A lot of banks are likely to do well. But yeah, I mean, I hear what they want to. What they want to do with this Ethereum bank company makes me think they want to put everything they own into Ethereum. This is why so many people want to buy Ethereum. But think about it. How does this make people very rich who own XRP and other cryptocurrencies? It all comes down to the cash flow. Also, don't forget that the focus moves from Bitcoin to Ethereum and then to big caps. Behind the scenes, it's still going on. Right now, we only have ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum. What do you think is going to happen next? There are ETFs for these old coins, and XRP is at the top of the list. One more is HBR Salon is the next one. I go back in time to think Smoky Dog. Don't forget that in 2017, XRP did better than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Make 3 copies of it. From 2017 to 2018, these are how much the most important